Welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. Very hard difficulty. New Game Plus just completed. Hellacious battles for the end of the Forbidden, not Forbidden West, Burning Shores. So we put that to bed. So we're done. We're pretty much done. So now we can go play. There's still some things to do. There's a lot of things to do. Little question marks. I might do the cauldrons. I haven't decided yet. The cauldrons are, they're kind of tough. Not tough. They're just obnoxious. That's all. A lot of parkour and puzzles and kind of a pain in the butt. I will not be doing any of the flying. What do they call them? The vision things they have over here in this. What do they call them? Let's look it up. Quests. Not jobs. Notebook collectibles. Vista points. The aerial vista points, which are in aerial captures. There you go. There's 6 of them. And if I'm not mistaken, one of them is down here where this frickin' Dreadwing is. You got to do an aerial capture in this Dreadwing. There's one there. There's an aerial capture over here by, where is it? In the clouds over here where that Stormbird is. I don't know why this is still clouded over here. Here it is. There's an aerial capture here with the Stormbird. And you got to fight the Stormbird. It's like, it's crazy while you're flying around. I don't know where the rest of them are. Well, there's one over here. We already found one. There's one right here. So that's 3. How many did we say there were? Six. But we still have a few Vista points. We have 4 Vista points in the regular game. A few more black boxes. So we're going to go do some of this stuff. I'm just going to make a new playlist, I think, that's just going to say exploring the world of Horizon. Survey drones. We have quite a few of these, too. We can go do some of those. Pangea figurines. I don't know where those are. They're like all over the place, I think. Delver's trinkets. Don't know where those are. This is all Burning Shores, isn't it? This here is. Not this. Pangea figurines, Delver's trinkets, and aerial captures. That's all. So we got a lot of stuff we can do. Not to mention we still got some frickin'. I think I did, 2 cauldrons? Where are the cauldrons at? They don't have their own little. I thought they had their own little list. Here they are. There's 3 cauldrons to do. I might go do the cauldrons. I mean, we'll see. See if I'm feeling kind of frisky or not, But right now, we're still, I guess this is still kind of a finishing up the Burning Shores. This is the epilogue. We're going to go meet with Sylens, and he's going to tell us all about stuff. And that's what we're doing here. Now, before I forget, something that was eating at me at the end of the Burning Shores, the fight with Londra. Those spears that he throws at you, the electric spears, he throws 3 little electric spears, and you can shoot them out. Well, I went back and looked at my other playthrough that I did, I don't know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I never did learn to shoot them out. I don't know where I figured out how to shoot them out. Figured it out somewhere along the line, but I didn't do that the last time, and I got my ass kicked. Well, this time, I realized I could have possibly used a warrior bow, because they are fast. They're fast draw. They're fast. They don't do a lot of damage, but they're fast. You kind of rip off a bunch of shots real quick. The problem I have with that is swapping weapons back and forth. If I'm using, let's say I'm using my Gravesinger's Lament, with this, going back and forth between those, you know, you got this. And that just takes for frickin' ever. Now, I looked it up online, and you're supposed to be able to swap weapons between the last one that you just used by pressing M1 or L1. Now, it swaps it, but it's going over there for some reason. I don't know why. It swaps it up here with this one. And is there something, there's something marked there. Can you put a mark on that? That one's marked. How did that get marked? Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the problem. You got to put a mark on it. Where do you mark it at? Hold on a second. How do you perk details? How do you mark it? That's what it seems like it's doing. It's using the mark that's on there. I see it now. There's a little mark there, but how do you mark it? I don't see anything anywhere that says mark this. Maybe something else I gotta look up. Either that or that's not a mark on it. What's this over here? Oh, we got a little question mark over there. We can go talk to Varl again. We don't want to talk to Varl right now. Was that what was on the, is that what was on here? No, it's still. I have no idea what that is. That must be why it goes to that. You have to mark. So can I mark this one? How can I mark that? Pushing buttons here. No, 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 no. Get up here. Get up here. Whoa, that was close. I don't know.
Catching snowflakes on my lashes.
And I did. She's catching snowflakes on her lashes. I did read something. I think it was in a Reddit post that someone says you can mark the weapon you want to swap with. And which one is that one? Let's go look at that again. That is my Era's Downfall. Let's go look at Era's Downfall. But that has 3 Era's Downfall. But as you can see, there's 3 different types of ammo you can use, and one of them is marked. So you got 3 different types of ammo. So if I wanted to mark this one, don't know. No, I don't want the bird. I don't know how you mark it. I see now, that's why it goes over there. No, I gotta look that up. Alright, let's go talk to Sylens. I'll figure that out later. Already taking too much time. And I don't know who's in here. I guess just Sylens and Beta. That's what it usually is. That's how it usually ends up at the end of the game. Because Aaron left. Zoe left. Katalo left. And I don't even see Beta unless she's down in the hole. Oh, there she is. She's over there. And I see another.
Welcome back, Aloy.
What's this? The Burning Shores. My sister's going to LA. Except it won't be the 21st century star-studded Hollowwood. I obsessed over for my 6th. Who is this? Episode 2nd time around, seeing the finale, blah, blah, blah. Farrell's responsible for the apocalypse, and Liz's machines are here to clean up the mess. Looks like the big one finally hit around 2150, but it was more like a series of big ones. Periodically racking the St. Andreas. It's been quieter, though. It doesn't say, who is this from? My sister's going to LA. So, is this from Beta? I don't know. In quieter sense, though, there are occasional tremors in past activities. I don't know. So what's all this stuff over here that's glowing?
Aaron was a trooper for lugging this thing around.
Oh, these are
Now
all
I
the
finally know how Sylens managed to build something so powerful.
these are all
Thank you for
the
Nemesis.
souvenirs, huh?
One of Studious Fuadis's many scrolls.
Studios, Wavi. So this is the
Getting him to Barren Light.
bunch of souvenirs here. Is that what
Still,
this is?
he didn't deserve to be run down by Regala's riders.
So these are just souvenirs from the game. Here's my box. There's more stuff in it. Looks like, what's this?
Warhorn. To summon an army of rebels and machines.
A war horn.
Regala
Okay.
threw everything she had at the Grove. Even in our duel, she was ruthless.
See,
But
there
she
was
was true to her word in the end.
something over here too.
And at least she died on her own terms.
Yeah. Okay, that's that. So, looks like just a bunch of souvenirs. What's that?
Well, now I know where metal flowers come from.
Yeah, they're turds
Last-ditch
dropped from
effort to stop the
giant
Pharaoh plague.
bats.
Demeter must have started distributing them after it took refuge in the greenhouse.
Is that what he said? I get a cutscene too, huh?
You're back. And after mingling with the Quen, I imagine that you're eager for some intelligent conversation.
There are some pretty special people among the Quen. If you drop down to Earth once in a while and did a little mingling yourself, you might realize.
That's pretty good.
I have more important matters to deal with. Like the data you recovered from Londra.
You found a lead.
Indeed.
Indeed.
A log entry he wrote shortly after the Zeniths escaped the destruction of their colony. I'll send it to you. There is much to unpack, but most importantly, Londra theorizes about how Nemesis might be countered. His musings include a list of 21st century corporations that manufactured state-of-the-art weapon systems. It's possible that one of these weapons could be deployed against the enemy. I'll have to investigate each company, of course. Locate their facilities, unearth their technologies, determine their efficacy and whether they can be brought back online.
All by yourself, huh?
Well,
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad you found something that can help. But I've been wondering why you stayed behind with us. And it's the challenge, isn't it? The chance to prove you've got the biggest brain of all.
my reasons are mine alone.
And that's why you'll always be alone.
Aloy,
Mm-hmm.
Nemesis is not a threat that can be defeated single-handedly. I am grateful for your extraordinary contributions.
Yeah, we're gonna miss him. Gonna miss Lance. It's too bad. I don't know what they're gonna do in the third series.
Oh, Sylens? We might thaw that icy heart of yours yet. Now let's see what he found.
We have to look. Dagger in my root. To say the least, even more dramatic than my final days on Earth, I'm fortunate to finally have a moment to settle down and take stock of the situation. First, a world are pat on the back for my own instincts. It's clear now that my misgivings about the experiment are the only thing that kept me alive. If I hadn't gotten an early warning from the surveillance worm I installed, I doubtedly would have perished shortly after the containment breach. How I can only conjecture. I can only conjecture. Many were lost when the entity vented the airlocks. Others were strangled by hack specters. Delvin Miller choked on his own vomit. As disturbing as all this is, the voice of the entity that echoes in my mind, I felt a brief surge of hope when I managed to detonate the main plasma conduits in the lab sector. But just as I realized other sectors had been compromised, my implant reverberated with the transmission. First it sounded like my own voice, and then a chorus, and then a hideous cacophony. Walter, I am you, over and over again. I knew I was going to hit the I knew I was going to hit the conduits. How do we stay ahead of our own shadow that remembers every thought we ever had? For now we run. We'll have to retrofit the ship as we go, acquiring materials along the way to print a faster drive. I agree with Tilda, we must head for Earth, as it's the only place we can gather additional technology and biomass to improve our chances over the long haul. Though I'll be damned if I'll spend the rest of eternity trapped with the likes of Gerald Berry, Eric Visser, and Verbena Sutter. Sooner rather than later, I'll have to find a way to cut ties with this detestable crew. All that said, I keep hearing its voice in my head. When I do, a singular fear grips me. What if it catches up with us? Is there any way to fight it? Not with the tools we have now. It knows them too well. But maybe the answer lies in the unknown. Back in the ruins of Earth, the 2050s, the 2060s were a golden age of defense conglomerates. That's just kind of surely buried amongst all those testing grounds and R&D labs, there must be a weapon of or prototype that will throw the enemy for a loop. It bears looking into. Off the top of my head, some places to start. FAS. I doubt even a fleet of Horus units could halt this foe. But if I know Ted, right before he blundered into ending the world, he was grasping for his next blockbuster. Metallurgic. My erstwhile competitors poured a lot of resources into defense after it became clear they couldn't beat me in materials acquisition. RE Corp. Cheap drones, misfiring railguns for bottom feeders and petty autocrats, but once upon a time they had a blue chip research division. Certain T, if I recall, they employed quite a few semi-reformed black hats with interesting ideas about military decryption. Gideon, an obnoxious family to be sure, but they developed a number of state-of-the-art systems before FAS ate their lunch. Faint hopes, all of them, but hopes nonetheless. No question our best course is to stay ahead of the monstrosity, this self-created nemesis. But if flight fails, I'm not going down without a fight, so one way or another, I'll need a dagger in my boot, and our old home is the best place to find one. So they're really setting it up pretty good for the next
Sylens is right.
game.
Thoughts could really help us in the fight against Nemesis.
We'll see. Alright, so let's go back outside. Where's the outside? It's over here, isn't it? I think I'm already got everything full up. I don't know. Let's go back to Burning Shores to talk to, what's her name's sister? I don't know if that's still an option or not. It was an option when we were finishing up the game. I don't know if it's still, if we can still find her or not. Seika's sister. And I'm going to see what Seika says. Last time I made out with Seika. This time I told her I blew her off. I'm in the wrong... That campfire. I always get that campfire. Also, last time I played this game, I returned back to the Horus, but there's nothing really there. Alright, Seika's over here. By this campfire. Which is where? Where is the campfire at? Let's see. Over here? Hold on. Thought it was right here. Am I missing it? Alright, this is silly. Where is it? It's right in front of me somewhere. There it is. So Seika is usually at this workbench here. Is she still here? There she is. Let's see if she'll talk to me. Even though I blew her off.
You should have seen the Admiral's face when I told him about Alva and landfall.
So, nothing different. See, that's what I mean. There was no real follow-up on their relationship. Which, you know, that's kind of silly. They could have done something with that. Alright, so where is her sister at? I probably can't find her unless she's up here. Maybe this is her. No, these are the other two goons here. They still got something to talk about? I don't know why they would.
With Ring out of the way, we'll have an easier time getting Enki's focus home.
Okay, they got nothing. And they don't show those exclamation points on here, do they? No. So I don't know where her sister's at. We kind of blew that when I just ignored it to get back to the base. Or to do... I should have talked to her like Eli said. Well, if we should go talk to Seika's sister before we talk to her. So that was what we had an option, but... yeah, we're not going to find her. Who knows where she's at in this mess. These people do a lot of sitting around. Yeah, we're not going to find her. Unfortunately. I don't see any exclamation points anywhere. Which is kind of weird. I mean, why would they just kind of blow that off? Just because you did. I mean, come on. What the hell? Yeah, that storm cloud. That's where that storm bird is. That's the one of the aerial discoveries or aerial things, whatever they call them. I accidentally fell into that the first time I played the game. It was like flying around over there. I wanted to see what the storm was all about. And next thing I know, I'm under attack by a frickin' storm bird. Okay, we got nothing here. Alright, where's that campfire at? Let's go back to a... here it is. Let's find us a shelter. Now her sister's not hanging out over here with her, is she? I mean, I didn't even know where her sister hung out at. So I wouldn't even know where to go, because her sister was never here when I first came here. She had already left. Alright, let's find a shelter. There was one over here where we got the Horus, right? Where's the Horus at? Here? No, that's where we met Seika. This is that aerial capture. This is interesting. Can we not go back to that? Or is this it? No, it was a shelter. Well, this thing came down from the mountainside. Well, that's weird. This is not it. We can go there, but I want to find the other one that we had. Don't see it. I'm thinking it was right here somewhere. Because isn't this where we were fighting that thing? Over here? And they don't even have it on the map. You'd think they'd put it on the map. What's this? Question mark. If it wasn't dark out, you could see the Horus, I think. We got the storm over there. Is that the Horus right there? There it is. It's right there, so let me look in that direction and see. There it is. I found it. It's right there. Let's mark it. Okay. Fast travel over there and change the time. This is actually kind of a nice little shelter. Oh, we even got a skiv here too. So I did. I went back up in that thing. Look, it's still smoking and everything. I went back up there just to check it out, but there's nothing there. I mean, there really is nothing. You can wander around the Horus and check it out, but not on the inside. Around the outside of it there. All right, let's get rid of this marker. There we go. Get some daylight. Looks like it's pretty close to daylight anyway. Sun's coming up right now, isn't it? It is. So yeah, it's like 2 hours till morning. All right, so we're good. Get up, girl. So it's be a short little video here, just to finish up the burning shores. So what we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna wander around. We got lots of stuff to do. We got a few things to do here. We have a question mark here. I believe, I'm almost certain, this island here, this is Tower Records building. I believe that is now a, what do they call it? Not a believers camp or whatever. It's not a rebel camp. And I don't know how many of those are in here. They don't tell you. What's in our notebook? Data points. Is that a Burning Shores data point? A lot of data points here that we miss. I don't know where they are. No? What is that? Hephaestus Revisited. What is that? I have no idea. I don't remember reading that one. I don't know where we got that from. Anyway. And then inventory. He's got another. You can go clear out some of this too. We already fixed whatever it was. I don't know. Alright, yeah, so that's what I said. That's what we're going to do is we're going to wander around and we're going to take care of some of the stuff in here. This might be the first thing we go check out. We have not actually done anything on this little area here. So we're going to go there and wander around there a little bit. And over here too. Mostly to see what this question mark is. It's probably going to be, could be another aerial thing. But we'll go discover it. So, if you're watching, thanks for watching. That's it for Burning Shores, basically. And even Horizon Forbidden West. But we're not done yet because we're just going to play now. We're going to play the game now. No boss fights. We can fight some machines, but no more boss fights, no stories to figure out. We're all ready to rock and roll. So, if you're watching, thanks for watching. See ya.